Welcome to another Chef Knives to Go Quick Look product review. I'm Steve Gamache, and what we're looking at this time is a kind of a departure from a traditional lineup. This is the Shun Kanso paring knife, 3.5 inch, and about 90 millimeter. So the core steel on these are mono steel, so they're labeled right on the side of the blade, but these are made out of AUS 10A stainless steel, which is kind of an upgraded version of AUS 8, which is a very common steel. The Fujiwara FKM series uses that, for example. The heat treat on that is about 60 Rockwell. And again, the construction is mono steel, so it's solid AUS 10A all the way through. There's no cladding, no layers. And the weight on these is about 65 grams or 2.3 ounces. The edge length, about 3.6 inches from tip to chin, and about 92 millimeters. Overall length, about 8.25 inches. These have a spine thickness. They're fairly stout, stiff blades, the whole line is. So this is about 2.1, and doesn't really taper a whole lot until you get about the last inch or so of the blade. So we'll get a close-up look at it. The blade height is 21.6 millimeters, and the handle type, I'm not sure if I'm going to get this pronunciation right, but Tagayastan wood. Also, I've looked up, it has a bunch of alternative names. One of them is Bombay Blackwood, but it's known to be a hard, dense wood, and I think it makes a really nice presentation, also a nice grip to it. Looks like they are also screwed on, plus they're glued as well. And what's kind of interesting about these blades, they have really an outdoorish kind of vibe to them. Like an outdoor type blade. They put a stonewash finish on these things, and it really is going to hide scratches extremely well. So they've got that kind of tumbled stonewash finish on them, and then they've got slab-sided handles with really a full tang, and then even like a lanyard hole. So it's kind of an interesting line of knives. The handles have some texture to them. They're really nice looking handles, and the wood's got a great feel. So I've compared this to some other paring knives. The handle's a little bit thicker, and it's a fairly meaty handle compared to a lot of the paring knives, the Western style ones. So it does taper down towards the front, but pretty comfortable in the hand. So if you've got bigger hands and you want a little bit meatier handle, this would be perfect. But you got plenty of space, to do your in-hand paring chores. Here is, I guess, let's get a better close-up look at the blade finish. Alright, trying to get the focus right here. So on the back side of the blade, you've got some embossed, shouldn't say embossed, some screened on their kanji or symbol, and then a little bit about the blade, the model number, the steel. Right side of the blade has their logo screened on. This one didn't have the greatest out of the box edge. I'd give it maybe a 3 out of 10. It wasn't super sharp. I went ahead and sharpened it up, and the steel seemed to respond quite well to the stones. Here's your spine thickness, and we do thin out right at the very tip on these, but they're fairly stiff, pretty stout blades. Balance point's going to be way back on the handle. Let's not worry about that. It's a paring knife. It's meant for in-hand chores, but interesting choice. A really durable finish on these. Pretty cool knife line. So looking for a paring knife that's got a little bit of robustness to it and an interesting finish, this might be right up your alley. So this is the Shun Kanso paring 3.5 inch or 90 millimeter knife.